Mundo Sporto for today's watch along. Everton taking on Spurs in the race for the top four. As a Liverpool fan, I am watching this with a bit of a keen eye, of course, because you know we do want to see who's gonna drop out of that race, and somebody's dropping points tonight. Everton have already slipped up a little bit. If they win their game in hand, which will be tonight, let's say they'd be 1 point behind Liverpool. We've got our own work to do, so let's sit back. We'll have a look at the team selection about managers and let me know your guys' prediction on this one, because I think this has draw written all over it, if I'm being honest with you. But let's have a look again at the starting 11. And before we do so, actually, I want to say thank you to our sponsors, the OneFootball app. If you guys haven't downloaded the OneFootball app yet, then you know what to do. There is a link in the description that'll bring you straight to it. It's available from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. But if you use our link, it lets them know that we sent you. Connor will eventually pin that link as well to the top of the chat. And as you can see from the video there, the OneFootball app gives you everything you need. Statistics, fixture list, video content, augmented reality. It is just simply amazing for such a free app. So yeah, free. What can I say? Did I say free? I'm going to say free again because it's free. Right, let's have a look at the starting 11s, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what both managers have gone with. So Everton go with Jordan Pickford in goal, Houlden at right back, Digne at left back, Godfrey and Keane as the centre back pairing. In midfield then it's Davies and Allan, then it's Sigurdsson, Iwobi, James Rodriguez and Richarlison, as Dominic Calvert-Lewin continues to be unable to make the starting 11 because of that little knock that he had or the injury that he had. For Spurs' point of view, Hugo Lloris remains in goal. Then it's Dyer, Alderweireld and Rodin as the back three. Reguilon, Sissoko, Højbjerg, Ndombele and Serge Aurier there make up the midfield five, or the back five if you want to drag Reguilon and Aurier back. And then up front it's Kane and Son. So that's the starting 11 for both teams, folks. Again, thank you to OneFootball, our sponsors here on the show. So without the good folks at OneFootball, I wouldn't be able to bring you that team news. Hell, I wouldn't be able to bring you the stream, folks. I've already covered everything Liverpool related, VVD the go over on Anfield Agenda, mate, and this is our non-Liverpool channel. So, you know, to be fair to those other people who are going to tune in, I'm just going to concentrate on this game and maybe the connotations it has in the top four race. I really want to draw, said Mix. I don't actually know which result I want here, because a draw probably would do, to be fair. I mean, I think both of these clubs are probably already outside bets for a Champions League place, and what's interesting is Harry Kane coming out and talking about the possibility of him asking Daniel Levy to leave if they don't get a Champions League spot, which is looking more and more likely that they won't. Of course, there is this potential perfect storm which would see whoever finishes fourth in the Premier League not get a Champions League spot. So let's say, for example, Chelsea went on and they won the Champions League, and Arsenal went on and they won the Europa League, and Chelsea finished outside the top four and Arsenal finished, of course, outside the top four, which they will. Then it would, you know, it has to be a perfect storm there, but it would see the fourth place team drop out, unless Chelsea are, of course, in the top four. But there's a long way to go before we get to these type of connotations. Big Dickens, how are you, sir? I love the nickname. Let's make it 19k today. I don't think we'll get there, to be honest with you, buddy. I mean, usually it's the clips that do well on this channel, actually. The watch-alongs usually do pretty decent, but it's the clips that usually get people back over afterwards. I don't want to see Kane score, said R1. Predictions for this game, said Banter Bean. 1-1. I'm going to go for a 1-1 in this one. It's a tough one to call, it really is. Hey Craig, in the Madrid Barca watch along, I asked you to be a mod, and we don't need one, mate. We don't need any more mods, as I said to you at the time. You know, the subscribers have gone up, but they're mainly people who come back and watch the clips of the watch alongs later on. So as you can see, the chat's not moving that quick, mate. I can nearly take care of this on my own, to be honest with you. Ryan said Everton got to win 3-1. Let's get it to 8.4. There you go, Sakina. That's far more realistic. Thank you, Keane. I'm not a legend, mate, but thank you for saying so. I just enjoy being here with you guys watching football. I'm a Spurs fan, scared of James Rodriguez. I've no hope. Jose out, but come on, you Spurs. I've got to be honest, Lewis, I never understood the Jose Mourinho to Spurs thing. I never got it. Still baffles me to this day why many Spurs fans were delighted with it and why Daniel Levy brought him in. It just always looked like a match made in hell to me. How did I get baited? Because I said the words Big Dickens. You think that's getting baited? Cock, dick, balls, tits. I say whatever the fuck you want, Mikhail or Michelle. I'm not like a child. Baited. Fuck off. Are you honestly that much of a baby? Big Dickens. Wow. Imagine saying the word Dickens or Dick. Oh, God, heaven forbid. Jesus, oh, what am I going to do now? I've been shown up. Honest to God, I wish I had such a pathetic life that I could just sit around getting happy at small little shit like this. Honestly, God. Sabrina! Turn off the electricity and turn off the Wi-Fi. I've been baited by saying Dickens. That's it, we're done. Tell the kids to pack up, we're moving out. Has Mourinho asked about Pogba's interview yet? No, not that I'm seeing. Again, I watch these games in silence, so I can't hear any of the audio that's going on. As we speak right now, Michelle, though, the wife and kids are packing up because we might as well pack this career in now that we've had to say the word Dickens. Spurs are bottlers. Well, it's difficult to make an argument to the contrary. So, again, if you want to come in and say baited, Michelle, or have a pop, you best be fucking ready. Because as anybody else knows, I don't let things go lightly. If you want to come and have a pop at me, come prepared, because otherwise it'll end very quickly and in my favour. Bit of blue for the dads, bit of blue. Right, what have we got? Oh, by the way, keep an eye out for the interesting Manscaped video that we've got dropping on Anfield Agenda over the next few weeks. They sponsored a couple of videos on there, and we made an ad that's quite humorous, if I do say so myself. What have we got? Would you take Mourinho at Liverpool? Would I? No, I wouldn't, mate. Mourinho wanted the Liverpool job before he took over at Chelsea, and it was a straight decision between Mourinho and Rafael Benitez, and we went to Rafael Benitez, and Mourinho's been bitter about it ever since, and that's just facts. I'm sorry if people want to say otherwise, but them's be the facts right there. The Dulux dog starting at centre half. That whole situation was hilarious, Brian, wasn't it? Now, I don't for 1 minute believe that, one, the apology from Dulux was sincere, and two, that wasn't a set-up to get some publicity. Because it was funny, and it was great, and I enjoyed that little interaction with them on social media, between Dulux and the Spurs fans or whatever. Nothing to apologise for whatsoever there, and if we're in a world right now where people need to apologise for that, then I'd give up, mate, you know what I mean? It was a bit of banter and a bit of fun. If anything, I actually thought Dulux brought more attention to that partnership than any proper announcement would have made. So, yeah, that was all nonsense, wasn't it? Do you think Harry Kane will get the Golden Boot or Salah? That's tough to say. My honest answer is I don't give a shite, because I've said this time and time again. I'm only interested in Liverpool, and Liverpool, the football club, doing well. And individual honours aren't something that I'm that arsed about. So I'd rather Harry Kane wins it and we get a top 4 spot than Mohamed Salah wins it and we don't get a Champions League spot. So, you know, of course I want their players to do well, but whoever gets it, gets it. At the end of the day, it's not going to change my life or your life in any way. Michelle, no need to apologise. It's all a bit of fun. And again, don't take anything I say seriously. I'm only here to poke fun back at people. I don't take anything seriously, Michelle. You've got nothing to apologise for. So let's just move on. And we had a bit of fun. And it brightened up the few minutes before the game, Michelle. So it's all good. Mourinho playing expansive today with 5 at the back. I know, yeah, trying to disguise it as 5 in midfield. But, yeah, there will be 5 at the back pretty much. But, like, they've got to go balls out as well because, you know, it's full duck or no dinner, isn't it, really, for them? If they drop any points today, then they're absolutely gone. You know, this is a big game for both of these sides today, for both Everton and for Spurs. Neither of them really can afford to drop many, if any, more points, so it is going to be an interesting watch, which is why we chose to do it for today. And again, I want to say thank you to our sponsors for today's watch along, the OneFootball app. You know the OneFootball app. There's a link to pin at the top of the chat right now if you want to download it. It's absolutely free. You can get it from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. But apart from all the great features like the transfer gossip, the video footage, the fixture lists, all that stuff, the augmented reality feature for your iPhone user, apart from all that, what I love about the OneFootball app is that it supports so many football content creators and allows smaller channels like ourselves to start progressing and making better content and doing what we do. So again, without the likes of OneFootball showing love to football content creators, it's an easy sell for me to sit here and tell you how great this app is because it's a great app. and it's absolutely free. But without their support, so many channels wouldn't be able to do what they do. So again, show the guys at OneFootball some love. Download the app with the link pinned to the top of the chat. That lets them know that we sent you. Let's have a little look through the starting 11s again one more time before we get underway here at Goodison. So Carlo Ancelotti has gone for Pickford in goal, Holgate at right back, Digne at left back, and Godfrey and Keane as the centre back pairing. In midfield, then it's Davies and Allan. Then it's Sigurdsson, Iwobi, James Rodriguez, and Richarlison. For Jose Mourinho, he's gone for Hugo Lloris, and then let's call it what it's going to be, a back five of Aurier, Reguilon, then Rodin, Alderweireld and Dyer, and a midfield trio of Sissoko, Højbjerg and Ndombele, and then Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, I never remember which way to pronounce that correctly, starts up top. So let's wait and see what happens. I'm doing pretty good, Odegaard 21, nice to see you back in again, mate. Just under 5 minutes to go. Players are walking out of the tunnel now onto the Goodison pitch. And again, this will probably end one team's top 4 aspirations for the season, and maybe even the Europa League aspirations. So it'll be interesting to see how both teams go about it. Looking at the lineup, it looks like Mourinho's coming here to defend and to try and pick something on the counter by the looks of it. Did I see Foden's tweet? Yeah, but it wasn't Foden. That's the thing, mate. It was a social media management company that was looking after his account, and he has since fired the company, I believe. So yeah, it wasn't him that made the tweet. It was somebody who was running his account for him. But again, I didn't see much problem with it. I mean, I think people get their knickers in a twist over every little thing these days, and just a bit of fun. Kylian Mbappe maybe wanted to interact with Mbappe, or maybe the admin wanted to, I don't know. But yeah, it was a bit odd. I mean, a bit odd that he booted them out, I mean. Love your Anfield Agenda channel, Craig. Just came across this one. Thank you, mate. Glad to have you with us. And look, to all the people that are joining us today for the first time, welcome. Please do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. If you're not aware of what's going to happen, I'm going to take you to the game with some alternative match commentary. And we'll have a bit of fun along the way as well. And it's great to see Son out there. I mean, after that assault that he had to withstand against Manchester United, I'm still fuming at that, by the way. Not because I give a shite about United or Spurs, but because I care about the sport. And it looks like in those scenarios, VAR has helped players to cheat. And that's what that was. That was an absolute cheating incident, going down holding the wrong side of his face after he initiated the contact with who was it again? McTominay, wasn't it? It was shocking. It really was shocking. The game's going to shite with stuff like that. What's so hard about controlling your own social media page? To be fair, having your social media page at that level, like a professional football level, being ran correctly can be quite a profitable affair. I think I've read somewhere once that Ronaldo either makes as much or more money than his wages from his Instagram account. So, you can see what a well-run social media account can do for a player's profile and, of course, for the bank balance. So, I can understand, to be fair, at that level where they do it. I'm doing good, Raheem. I hope you are as well. Draw needed, said K-Dot. Are you just going to keep spamming the same comment about Everton finishing 7th or 9th and Spurs 7th? Whatever. We'll wait and see. I don't care what anybody else says, mate. The fixtures will determine who'll finish where. And algorithms and mathematics and statistical analysis, they aren't everything in football. Football has to be played out on a pitch, mate, not on a computer. I remember you said you can't grow a beard, but now you have a beard. No, I don't. I have a goatee. I can't grow a beard. I tried to grow a beard. See, this is all I have, this bit here. The rest of it, there's nothing. See, nothing. That's it. That's the extent of my beard growing capabilities. There you go. I'm glad you think it looks okay, though. I'm just jazzing it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Dara is easy. How are we? Dara's in the house, of course. Kate's in as well. WFM's in. Nice to see you guys in. Puskas is a god. What's your thoughts on the new Champions League format? I hate it. I hate the fact that they're trying to make it a closed shop, mate. I hate the fact that they're trying to secure the big team's future, and we would be one of them, but I hate it. I like the current format of if you're in the top 4 you qualify. Now if they want to make the competition a bit longer and add a few games in and get rid of the Carabao Cup, that's one conversation. But I don't like this this option of potentially closing the Champions League off and making sure that clubs with a long history of a play in it, that's sick to me. I don't like that one bit, and I was glad to see a couple of fan forums or a couple of fan groups come out. I think Arsenal and United fans have written letters detesting it, and I agree, it's sick. I don't like it. You should qualify for the Champions League on merit, and the financial disparities between the haves and have-nots are already big enough without trying to have it as a closed shop. So yeah, I don't mind more games in it, but I think the qualification needs to give everybody a chance as always. And we would be one of the clubs that would benefit from that, but I think it would be to the detriment of the league and to the game as a whole. I'm not one that's that arsed about maybe getting rid of the Carabao Cup as an example, but maybe that's even from a big club perspective. Maybe I'm looking at that through blinkered eyes as well. Right, look, let's get underway anyway. We are about to start the first half here. Spurs playing from left to right. Obviously Spurs in their white kit, Everton in their blue kit. And I will take you through the game as always, and we'll have a little bit of fun along the way. Just a heads up everyone, I will be taking Saturday off on both channels, so there won't be any live content coming out tomorrow, but we will be back on Sunday with some watch-alongs here on Mundo Sporto and some shows on Anfield Agenda. Right, about to get underway. Here we go. We are underway. Son kicks off, ball goes back, and immediately Spurs do the decent thing and launch the ball diagonally out to that right-hand side. Digne wins it in the air, drops to Sissoko in midfield, who hooks it forward. Kane nods it down, but it goes out for a throw. Everton ball just inside their own half, left-hand side. Am I going to do a watch-along with Jake Paul versus Ben Askren fight? I'm not even going to give that shambles a second of my time, mate, let alone do a watch-along of it. Son now, edge of the box, strike, it's blocked. Drops to Sissoko. Son again. Free kick. Spurs, right hand side. Son had his ankles clipped. Chance for Spurs to get a delivery into the box. Davies guilty of the foul. Do we really think West Ham will finish top four? All I can do, mate, is reiterate the same thing. The league table doesn't lie, and West Ham are there on merit, so if they can keep picking up the points, I mean, it'll be an incredible story, wouldn't it? I mean, hopefully not to the detriment of Liverpool, but it would be an incredible achievement for them if they did manage to keep it up. Ball delivered in now, and it's an awful delivery. It goes right behind Pickford's goal. Big goal kick to Everton. Who do you want to win this game to help Liverpool make top four? It doesn't matter to me, to be honest with you. Somebody's dropping points, and they're already both behind Liverpool one way or the other, so I'm more looking at the teams above us, mate, than those behind us, if you get where I'm coming from. But somebody, you're right, somebody will be dropping points. I can see a draw. Son has it sent to the park. Iwobi wins it back though. James Rodriguez to Alan now. Alan rolls it across left hand side. Back to Pickford. Pickford puts his boot through it, launches it long upfield, but straight out of play, and it'll be a Spurs throw in. Sorry folks, just trying to get my phone lined up. Kane nods it on, but again, Everton win it back. Sigurdsson looking for Richarlison's touch was heavy, then went out of... No, actually there was an offside. Referee signal there was an offside there against Richarlison, so it will be a free kick to Spurs. Yeah, as Dara said, please do like and subscribe. Spurs now left hand side, play the ball forward. Davies has it in midfield though. Again, a blocked clearance. Back to Pickford. Back out to Michael Keane. Keane flicks the ball across centrally. Gylfi Sigurdsson picks it up inside his own half. Tries to play a ball out wide left hand side, which is chested down by Lucas Digne. He does well. Cuts inside past Serge Aurier. Tries for a little 1-2. He's blocked off, but referee said it was just a collision and allows play to go on. Aurier runs straight into Lucas Digne. Did they manage to keep the ball in? Yes. Richarlison has it left hand side. Sigurdsson, James Rodriguez, back to Sigurdsson. It's cleared away by Spurs though, but Davies wins it in midfield, knocks it down to Alan. He's under pressure from Sissoko. Ball falls to Harry Kane, who nods it back. And it's cleared long by Spurs, but it looks like it'll be coming straight back at them. Bit sloppy, and again, it's been turned over. Kane has it left-hand side for Spurs. Yeah, you didn't get your free there. Oh, poor Harry! He did as usual, trying to cheat a free kick. Puts the ball between two players, runs into one of them and looks, just stops as if to go, well, I know I'm getting a free. And the ref goes, shut up, you twat, and play on. I love it. I hate seeing this. He flicked it between two players and ran into one of them and expected the free kick. But Michael Oliver said, no, sir, no. Just as he did, to be fair, in the build-up for Everton a minute ago, when Digne was blocked off. He thought the same thing. It was just a collision. And again, you want that consistency from the officials. Well, Michael Oliver's had two similar incidents and he's gone the same way for both of them. Alderweireld now, a bit sloppy in possession. Aurier, Richarlison went down, but he's back up on his feet. Ball out left hand side. Dyer to Reguilon. Little flick by Son. Little 1-2 with Harry Kane. Son has it now in that left channel. Reguilon. Harry Kane. Again looking for Son, but it's intercepted. And Everton have a chance to break now. Davies, he's fouled. Centre of the pitch by Ndombele. That'll be a free kick to Everton deep inside their own half. Who don't you like more, Arsenal or United? Well, I don't see Arsenal as any way of a threat, so I'd say United. Because Arsenal are like that mate that you have that you know you can go out with because he's got no chance of pulling a bird, but he's a alright lad, so you know you don't view him as a danger or a threat to you going out there and pulling, if you get where I'm coming from. That's kind of how I view Arsenal. Whereas United would be that mate that's good at good at a few sports, not a bad looking fella, has had a bit of success in his time and has a few chat-up lines in the back pocket. That's the difference there for me. Six minutes gone at Goodison, still scoreless. Throw in taken, Reguilon to Kane. Kane plays it infield to Sissoko. Sissoko now rolls it across. Spurs move it out right hand side to Aurier. His pass delivered straight to Sigurdsson. And is that Roden? No, it's Højbjerg. Højbjerg's going to be brought back, maybe booked. Yeah, I think Michael Oliver had no choice. He was stopping a counter attack. It is, yeah, I agree. Yellow card for Højbjerg, and that's an early one for him. So if I'm Everton now, I'm going to be targeting him for the rest of the game. Arms around the waist there of Sigurdsson, stopping him from the counter, so nothing the referee could do. Love the analogy. Thank you. I was quite proud of it. Came to me on the spot there. I was quite proud of that one. I won't lie to you. Ball between the lines now, looking for James Rodriguez. Houlden comes across, plays it off Iwobi. Referee's assistant said it went out of play though, and it'll be a throw into Spurs. Odegaard calling Arsenal crap when he played for them. Did he? Did he really do that? Oh, please tell me he did that, because that would just be even funnier. Ever come to Kerry? No, I haven't had the pleasure, Stephen, of going down to Kerry yet, which is a bit embarrassing seeing such a beautiful county, mate, and so many people say so many lovely things about it. And I must get my ass down there at some point. But no, shame to say I haven't been. Please do funny reactions, love them. Thank you, but I don't have a back pocket full of them. Something has to happen for the funny reactions to come out. But anyway, Everton on the attack there, ball played in behind, took a ricochet, went there, it'd be a goal kick to Spurs. Oh, Odegaard in the chat, sorry. Oh, that would have been much more fun if I had been the real Odegaard. Have I been to India? No, I haven't even eaten Indian food, mate. So you know what I mean, let alone travelled. But again, anybody who I've met that has been to India has said wonderful things about it. I'm somebody who does love to travel, by the way, but loving to travel versus my anxiety is one hell of a battle, trust me. So usually I'm only able to get away once a year, and Even that takes a lot of therapy before I go. But yeah, God, like everybody else, I'm absolutely dying for a holiday right now. Ball back with Højbjerg. He rolls it across to Alderweireld. Back to Houlden. Back out left hand side. What part of Ireland am I from? I live in Wexford now, mate, but I'm originally from South Dublin. Long straight ball from Spurs. Everton win the header. Second ball drops to Ndombele. Turned by him. Davy steps in. Wins the ball back. Now Alan carries it away for Everton. They try a ball over the top looking for Richarlison, but it was well defended by Houlden, and now it's back with Eric Dyer. Have I ever been to Scotland? Nope. And nor do I ever plan on going, to be honest with you, mate. I mean, it's cold enough here in Ireland without wanting to go somewhere colder. Dean, yeah. Whenever I go on a trip, unless it's a work trip or something, it has to be warm or I ain't going. And if I was to go, it would probably be for the comedy festival, to be honest with you. But no, I'm probably not going to go to Scotland at any point. Unless I'm going over with one of my mates who's a Celtic fan or something to watch a game. Ever been to Bangor? Yes, I have. I think I take it we're talking about Northern Ireland here and not Wales. But the answer is yes to both of them, actually. Manchester was blue. That's brilliant, mate. Nobody gives a fuck. So well done to you and your blueness. And it absolutely isn't, by the way. I mean, no matter what City ever win, Manchester will forever be red. I mean, let's just admit that. Let's be honest about it. United are by far and away the bigger, more historic, more successful, less detested football club from that city. Want to say you're a class dude and partially on important topics is admirable. Keep up the great content. Thank you so much, Luke. When we started this channel, that's what we said, mate. Everyone knows I'm a Liverpool fan. There's no hiding that. But if we started the channel covering non-Liverpool games, we have to be impartial or there's no point. So glad you appreciate it, mate. And look, having you here with us means a lot, mate. And thank you for the generous super chat. Right, ball, centre of the Park. I was going to say pitch and then park, and then I kind of ended up somewhere in the middle. So Park. Houlden now has it for Spurs. Goes out right hand side. Alderweireld. Aurier tries to, I don't know, play a 1-2 with himself. Doesn't come off, and Sigurdsson rolls it back up the line. Ball's cleared. It'll be a throw into Everton left hand side. Don't need to donate, Sancho King, mate. Just you having you here, mate, is more than enough. If anybody is in, don't ever worry about stuff like super chats, anything like that. You being here watching us is plenty. Now, if you can hit the subscribe button, you know, that costs nothing and that is appreciated. And drop a like on the video course as well. We're at 82 likes. Surely we can get that up to a couple of hundred there, folks. Come on. Take a sec, hit that like button. What colour is London? Jesus, mate, multicoloured, to be honest with you. A lot of multicolour, but, you know... God, that's a good question. I would say at this moment in time, London's blue. You'd have to say Chelsea probably the most in form around London at the minute. And, you know, they've got themselves a European Cup as well. But God, you talk about City there with a load of good clubs and Arsenal. Who do you fancy to win the Euros? Portugal. I mean, England have a chance. If Southgate wasn't the England manager, I'd give them a much better chance. Because there's no doubt they have the talent. Portugal, Spain, France or Italy. One of those four, I'd say. What colour is the Midlands? I have to say red. Because my wife's a Forest fan. And it's in Forest in and around the Midlands somewhere, if I'm correct in my English geography. Houlden rolls the ball across left hand side to Dyer. To Reguilon. He tries the ball up the line. looking for Ndombele, but it's easily cleared by Michael Keane back to Jordan Pickford, who puts his left foot through it and launches it long upfield. Headed down by Houlden again. Davies wins it though. It's very disjointed this so far. Nobody really been able to get any rhythm in the game yet. There's been a lot of long balls, a lot of like second balls won, and just no real class yet in the game. And we know both sides have classy footballers out there. I mean, you look at James Rodriguez, you look at Richarlison on his day, he can be fantastic, and then Spurs have Kane and Son. So yeah, there's enough talent out there that we should be seeing a bit of a better game than we are so far. Am I a school bus driver? There is no such thing as really school buses, mate, here in Ireland. But I don't know if you want to fucking... If that's leading to a pedo joke, mate, can we just get straight to the joke and save time? Because, you know, I'm a busy man and there's only so many pedo jokes that I can put up with in a day, so... Ramadan Mubarak to you as well, mate, and to any of our friends that are celebrating Ramadan right now. Lots of love to all of you. Everybody, as we know, is always welcome to all of our streams, no matter what race, religion, nationality, sexual orientation you are. As long as you're a good person, you're always going to be welcome with us. And to anyone that is celebrating Ramadan right now, lots of love to all of you. Ball into the left channel, looking for Reguilon. Godfrey does well though, sees that out. Would be a goal kick to Everton. Am I Christian? I was christened a Catholic, but I don't practice religion, nor do I believe in organised religion. So, no, I would be an atheist. But I was christened a Catholic. But I don't practice religion. And my own views are that I'm an atheist. So, but I respect other people's beliefs, of course. I mean, I just, each to their own. That's the way I look at things. I just want everybody in the world to be happy, find love, and yeah, have a smile on their face. What do I think of the racist abuse suffered by Son? I think that racist abuse suffered by any player is despicable. I mean, that no player should have to put up... No, not players. No human should have to be abused because of the colour of their skin. It's sickening that in this day and age we're still in a world where people view the colour of somebody's skin as some way to defame them or some way to have a go at them. The way I judge people is this: if you're an asshole, I'm going to tell you you're an asshole, but I won't have anything to do with anything other than the fact you're an asshole. And footballers are there to be critiqued on a lot of things. You can critique them on the wages they're getting, on their performances. You can critique them for a load of things, but certainly not by anything to do with their family. Certainly nothing to do with their sexual orientation, their religion, their nationality. Nah, they're all off limits and disgusting, and I don't condone any of that type of behaviour. Free kick here to Spurs. Holgate, I think, guilty of an arm in the face there of Ndombele. What did I think of Bangor? It's been a while, mate, since I've been up there, to be honest with you. I like Northern Ireland as a general rule. Whenever my wife and I can get a weekend away, we always try and head up to Belfast. Craigie streaming Man City versus Chelsea. Is that tomorrow? Because I can't even remember, mate, because I'm taking tomorrow off, so let's have a look, is it? Yeah, no, I'm not doing that tomorrow. Taking the day off, mate. Spend some time with the L family. How's your mental health keeping up? I won't lie to you, mate, it's been up and down. It's been up and down. I've been changing medications a bit, and I've come off Twitter, which has really helped. I have to say, that's really, really helped. But yeah, like everybody else, mate, I'm just getting a bit of cabin fever, which is mad because I don't go out much anyway, but knowing that I can't really do things is making it a bit worse. And I'd love a holiday. I really would love to go to see, get some sun on the skin, but you know, there are people in a lot worse situation than me, so I appreciate you asking. I really do. I'm doing alright, mate. I'm doing alright. Being able to come on here and chat with you guys, I tell you what, that is what's got me through lockdown and this pandemic, and I've said it on more than one occasion. The interaction, the camaraderie, the fun, the banter, the love, the respect, that's with you guys on both channels. That's what's got me through lockdown. And you know, as much as people thank us for it, I'll never be able to thank everybody else for that stuff. That football 1997. Just, mate, we're going back now 6 months for that one. The 6-1 Spurs thing. Are you having a laugh? I mean, are we still talking about that? I've had many great moments since then, mate. Many. What county am I from? No, it's no secret, mate. I live in Gorey in County Wexford. But I was born and raised in Shankill, which is the furthest point south in Dublin before you hit Wicklow. You're helping us through it. Look, it's a two-way street, buddy. As I said, you know, never any need to thank us here on the channel because you guys have helped me through this massively, and I can never thank you guys enough for it. Sigurdsson. I wish I had more to talk about here in the game, but it's been fairly dull so far. I won't lie. I know we should be trying to big it up and sell the game, but it's been a bit of a snooze fest. Maybe it needs a goal to get us underway. Iwobi now, right hand side for Everton. James Rodriguez. He's dispossessed. Reguilon. Referee plays a good advantage there to Spurs. Kane tries a reverse pass, it doesn't come off. Iwobi again in possession for Everton. He rolls the ball across. They move it out now left hand side to Lucas Digne. Again back to Holgate. Holgate takes a touch. Goes back to Michael Keane. What else we got? The gentleman is how do I pronounce this gentleman's name? Pezovnik? I hope I've got that somewhat nearly correct. He needs a 2-1 Spurs win. If you got a bet on, buddy, if so, best of luck on your bet. I always like to see people making a few quid. Digne, again, left hand side here of the Spurs penalty area. Ball in looking for Gylfi Sigurdsson, but Dyer was there and he chips it away to Reguilon. He taps it around the corner to Harry Kane. And then it's a loose pass from Ndombele, which allows Iwobi now to have a run at Dyer, but Dyer does well. Defends the situation and gives it to Kane. Reguilon. Again, he was going up the line, but it's cut out. It's what I'm saying. It's a lot of stop-start stuff, a lot of some good stuff, then some scrappy passing, and it ends up in a Spurs, and an Everton throw in right-hand side. Opinion on Rangers. They deserve to win the league this year, and I'm delighted for Gerrard that he's went up and done it. I'm not somebody who watches Scottish football, and I'm not somebody who like really gives a shit about the Rangers Celtic stuff. Yeah, it's just congratulations to them for winning the league, and I'm happy for Steven Gerrard that he's, got his first bit of managerial success. But yeah, other than that, I don't really pay too much attention to Scottish football. Would you rather Liverpool beat Villa 7-2 instead of the subs you got after? Of course. I'd always rather the club win, mate. Always. I'd always rather that Liverpool do well and we get less subscribers. 100%. And it baffles me that people think that some channels want their teams to lose. You go into these things because you've got a love for your club. And my week's ruined when Liverpool lose a game. And here we go, Richarlison. Good strike and a decent save, but he could have done better. It was a ball played through the centre. Richarlison gets it out of his feet on the edge of the box. Hugo Lloris is very central. He tries to pick out the bottom left-hand corner. Doesn't quite took it far enough into the corner, and it allowed Hugo Lloris to get across and make a decent save. And Spurs are back in possession. Sorry, mate. Yeah, to get back to that one. Always the Liverpool results, mate. Always. Much rather the Reds get a win. But I won't lie, to the same extent that 7-2 moment did really help our channel, because it went viral. And I got a lot of, I won't say abuse over it, because I don't think abuse was the right word. I think banter, which I deserved. Because the funny thing is, though, as I said this before, when it happened, we were doing a watch-along, obviously, after the game. I look at my phone, there's like loads of messages, loads of them, more than normal. And Connor, the guy who runs the channel with me, said, like, that's gone viral. And I was thinking, I didn't even remember the banter at the start of the video with the 6-1-7-2 stuff. That just came in the moment. And I didn't know what he was talking about. And he said the 6-1 will be alright, he won't be conceding 5 thing. And I had to watch it back because I didn't even remember it. So, yeah, it was just one of those moments where my own warped sense of humour came back to bite me in the arse. And that's part of the fun, I suppose. But I'd much rather Liverpool got the win. Yeah, 433 asked us could they use the content, to be fair to them. That's Football 1997. They asked could they use it, as did ESPN FC and a few other accounts. And yeah, look, it did lead to our first sponsor on the channel. And what I have been happy to see is that a lot of people have come across and realised, you know, that was one moment. I'm somewhat rational a lot of the time, but I do have my moments for sure. The best part was laughing at United. I know, yeah. It bit me in the ass, what can I say? Karma's a bitch. And I deserved it. I absolutely deserved it. I'd have done the same to me if it was the other way around. Craig will update on the Lille and Leipzig games. Thank you, Cave. Jack, adios if you're heading off, mate. Nice to see you in. Thoughts, opinions on Houlden? Yeah, delighted to see Theo doing so well. I did the prediction show on Houlden's channel for Houlden and Thogdad, and supposed to have Houlden on for a chat with us, but he's been a very busy dude, obviously. He's done the Happy Hour podcast, and he's had a few other things. He's been on the Saturday Social as well, so just trying to get some free time to do some to do a video with him. But yeah, I'm delighted for him that he's hit 500,000, and himself and his dad deserve it, and I wish them continued success. Ball through midfield now. James Rodriguez out to Alan. Iwobi now, right hand side. Son. Oh, here we go. Chance for Spurs. Sissoko. Aurier trying to go around the outside, but Digne defends it well, puts it out, and it'll be a throw in. You need to go on the Happy Hour podcast. I don't think I'm big enough, to be fair. I'd love to go on. We had Jack Mate on Anfield Agenda for a video, and got on really, really well with him. He's such a nice fella and deserves every bit of success. And yeah, maybe, hopefully someday I'll be known enough, or the channels will grow enough that I get onto the Happy Hour podcast, because it's definitely on my bucket list. Ooh, strike from Ndombele. It's blocked though. He has its second chance. Back to Højbjerg. Reguilon now goes out left hand side to Ndombele again. He whips the ball into the box looking for Son. It's flicked on Harry Kane, and it's 1-0. You cannot give Harry Kane that much space in the 18-yard box. My God, where was the Everton defence? He had time to take a touch, bring it down, and bury it. I mean, exactly as you'd expect from Harry Kane. You don't give him those opportunities, because he'll bury them all day long. It was a ball in. It was flicked on, actually, by Michael Keane, I think, and it lands at the feet of Harry Kane. First touch with his left foot, then a perfect executed volley into the ground with his left foot as well. And exactly, clinical, like you'd expect from Harry Kane, and you cannot be giving him that much space. And it's 1-0 to Mourinho's side. And yeah, you just can't leave Harry Kane unmarked like that in the box. And it's 1-0 to Spurs. Craig, love how much you communicate with everyone as if you're in the pub with them. That's the thing about the channel, Harry, mate. We're I'm never somebody who thinks that I've got how do I say this? I'm not somebody who believes in hype or anything like that. I don't think I'm better or above anybody else. I think we're all the same, and we all have varied opinions, and I learn a lot from our chat and from people in the chat, so I love being interactive. It's the only way I know how to do these things. I couldn't do pre-recorded stuff that much. I know we do a few pre-recorded videos, but I can't work off scripts or stats and stuff. I'm just somebody who goes on emotion, and I love interacting with people. So I'm glad that you enjoy it as well, so thank you. Just like the stream, good man Addison, well done, well played. And again, folks, if you are enjoying it, please do take a second, hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. Would I take Mbappe if it meant Bobby and Mane? Yes. There isn't a Liverpool player outside of Van Dijk that I wouldn't get rid of to get Mbappe. I'm going to be honest. I mean, it's going to be very difficult to replace two players there, and I'd rather we just lost one, but yes, I would love to see Kylian Mbappe at Liverpool, mate. How about you put in a comment rather than just asking for a shout out? And then maybe we'll go that way, mate. Streaming is better than pre-recorded vids. Unpopular opinion. I think streaming's way better than pre-recorded videos, mate, personally. Some people think it's harder, but I couldn't do it the other way. This is much better for me than pre-recorded. But I tell you, it's more profitable to do pre-recorded. It's if you're looking at just CPM, so you're looking at ad revenue for your channel, not super chats or at, which of course you do get in the live chats, but if you're looking at it from just the point of view of ads on your channel, it's more profitable to do pre-recorded stuff, which is one reason why we don't do as well maybe as some other channels in that regard. But look, for me it's all about the interaction and having fun, and I'm not someone that's that arsed about the money side of it, but I do want the 100,000 subs. I'm not going to lie. I'm like a demon trying to move towards those 100,000 subs on Anfield Agenda. Who knows, we might even get 2. We might get one on here one day as well. Sigurdsson. Oh, that's a nice ball, but that's a penalty. Absolutely nailed on penalty. Penalty to Everton. There was a ball pulled across the edge of the 18-yard box. And James Rodriguez, I think, was about to unleash that left foot of his as Sigurdsson played the ball across. And then Reguilon comes into the back of him, clips his ankle, and it looks... Let's have a look. It looked nailed on. I don't know what camera angle they're trying to show us there, but that's not a great angle. Can we see that from a better angle? Here we go. Again, they're a little bit behind with the camera angles here. There's surely a better angle that we can see the actual content. But to me, look, it looked like a nailed on penalty. I think Reguilon knows it as well. You can usually tell from the players' faces, and to me, this is going to be a penalty and a chance for Everton to equalise. Yeah, it is indeed a penalty. And Sigurdsson standing over it. Referee blows his whistle. Sigurdsson puts the keeper the wrong way, and it's 1-1. Very good penalty from Gylfi Sigurdsson. Lloris went down to his right. Sigurdsson picked out the bottom left-hand corner, and it's 1-1. And again, it was a silly challenge from Reguilon. It was a good ball from Sigurdsson. It looked like it was going to find James Rodriguez, and you're going to be worried either way when James Rodriguez is winding up that left foot of his. But Reguilon did clip him. The referee did point to the spot, and Sigurdsson has just tucked it away to make it Everton 1, Spurs 1. Oh, it was definitely a penalty. Here's the replay again. Oh, I wish they'd show us from the better angle. They just keep showing us it like just at the point where we can't really see. There has to be a better angle we can see than that, because the angle they're showing us there, it's like the bottom of the screen. We can barely see the players. Surely there's a better angle than that. I've yet to see a VAR angle that shows us the actual situation properly. In real time, it looked like a nailed on penalty. And I'd imagine that if it wasn't VAR, would at least have asked them to check the monitors. But, you know, I've yet to see the replay that shows a good enough angle for me to see where the contact was. But in real time, it absolutely looked like a penalty. Clever play from James, not much contact, but still a penalty. Again, I'd like to see a better replay of it. I mean, there's obviously, the commentators are obviously talking about something, because we've just seen the referee and Reguilon looked at by the cameraman. Free kick to Everton now as Richarlison's fouled on the D on the edge of the 18-yard box, left-hand side by Alderweireld. But what I would say is, if there was very slight contact, do I have any sympathy for Spurs? Do I fuck? I'll be as unbiased as I can be, but a little bit of gamesmanship coming back to haunt Mourinho's side. As I said about myself earlier on, karma's a bitch. Yes, I have seen those rumours, Big Boris, mate. And look, I don't want to give them any time. And whatever somebody decides to do with their own life, that is completely their own decision, mate. And I'm only here to talk about people playing football, not about their life choices or not. It's none of my business, none of my concern. I just want people to be happy. Free kick, Gylfi Sigurdsson over it, James Rodriguez over it. Sigurdsson strikes it straight into the wall. Good job by the Spurs. While doing their job, they jumped up and caught it in the face. Good work. I'm a new subscriber. Pissed it took so long to find you. Brilliant stuff. Thank you. Thank you, David Robinson. Really, really, really appreciate that, mate. And look, I don't mind how long it takes people to find us, buddy, but if you do find us and you enjoy it, that's the most important thing. As well as hitting the subscribe button, by the way. That's important as well. Alan now. So right, that's 1-1. That was my score prediction. And I don't want to ruin the game by saying there's not going to be any more goals. So I'm going to up mine to a 2-2. What about you guys in the chat? What are you thinking? Kane is a great player, mate. Yeah, no doubt about it. He's quality. That finish for him, you were never in any doubt when it fell to him what he was going to do. Touch it and bury it like he did. $5-4, Sakina's going for. Road to 100k, with you all the way. You got this. Thank you, Kieran. Do you know what's really not frustrating? If you add together the two channels, we'd hit 100k, but Anfield Agenda is about 11,300 and I want to say 50 subscribers away, maybe a bit less from 100k. So fingers crossed we'll get there in the summer. And Mundo Sporto, this channel's flying along. We've only been going since December. Enjoy the content, Craig. Best YouTube football watch along. Keep it up. Thank you. I'm. You know what? I've put a lot of work into the watch along since we started doing them, mate. With regards to doing the play by play and trying to get the mix of that and interacting with people right. And there's so much competition out there that people have a lot of choice. So when I hear and read kind comments like that, mate, it means the world. Thank you. 2-1 to Everton prediction for Elevator Kid. Bruce has gone 3-1 to Spurs. Tyler Brown 3-2 to Everton. Brian's gone, I would have said a Borefest beforehand, but this could be a lively 3-3. It's nothing better though, Brian, isn't it? When you get a game like that you're expecting a boring game and you get a bit of a belter. I mean, it's a bit of a Brucey bonus, isn't it? How come you didn't do a watch along for the Man United game last night? I needed a couple of reasons, mate. One, I needed a bit of a break. Two, it was a dead tie. Most of the Europa League ties looked fairly dead and done. And I'd done Tuesday, I'd done Wednesday. I did 2 streams earlier on in the day, recorded a video and recorded the advert we're going to be doing for Manscaped. So I was knackered, to be honest with you, fella. I think I'm doing the United game on Sunday. But yeah, tomorrow's my day off, so I love that the United fans... there's this little routine now that seems to be taking place, and I actually like it. I said it before, when I went through some really tough times, of course, Anfield Agenda subscribers and a lot of Liverpool fans had my back, and I appreciate that. But I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of Manchester United fans that showed me love and sent me kind messages and sent me support. And then what I've noticed is that when I've been doing shot from James Rodriguez, saved by Lloris, when I've been doing the watch alongs of the United games and stuff, the reason that the clips do so well, and the last clip we did was the one where United won 2-1 after coming back against Spurs, and it was the Son incident, and that's had 110,000 views of the clip, because what I found happens is, obviously United fans go to the watch along over on the United stand with Goldbridge. That's absolutely expected. I mean, Mark's brilliant at what he does and a good friend of mine, but they seem to come over to Mundo Sporto for the reactions after to see, you know, an unbiased Liverpool perspective on it. And Iwobi now, strike, deflection off Sigurdsson, and it's weird because a lot of people find it. Oh, another chance. Oh, good save, Lloris. Lovely little 1-2 there between Sigurdsson and James Rodriguez. Rodriguez fires a very quick shot. So Reguilon gave the ball away from a free kick. Then Alan plays it to James Rodriguez. Little 1-2 at Sigurdsson. Fires a strike. But Lloris does well. Gets down to his left-hand side. He does well to save it and then to get up for the rebound as well. Good goalkeeping there from Hugo Lloris. Yeah, people come across to watch the clips, which is class. And the amount of people that are shocked that I'm not toxic or that I can be unbiased. I think there should be more of it in football. I mean, we all have our clubs, but we also all love the game. And I'm somebody that always calls things as I see them. So yeah, it's been fun. Sometimes, I'm not going to lie, there's sometimes inside I'm absolutely fuming at what's going on in front of me on the pitch. From a Liverpool fan perspective, but, you know, I've got to suck it up, swallow it, and Suck it up, swallow it, Craig. Could you have used a better phrase there? I mean, you probably could if you think about it. Yeah, it's been fun. Everton certainly playing themselves back into this game more and more now. You know, they're looking the more dangerous side. James Rodriguez starting to pull the strings now with Gylfi Sigurdsson. I prefer to watch non-fans, i.e. Craig for non-Liverpool games, Mark for non-Man United games. Yeah, I can understand that as well. But surely you've got to be coming to Anfield agenda for Liverpool games, mate. That's unforgivable. How dare you, sir? How dare you? I thought we were friends. No, I get where you're coming from. Craig, have you ever managed a Sunday League team? No, but a good friend of mine actually has his UEFA badges and has just taken over the academy at Wexford FC, and I think when things get back better, I'm gonna go down and watch him and try and pick up a few bits and then consider maybe doing my badges. But there's other issues with my anxiety and stuff that I'd have to get around. But of course, I'd love to be involved in the sport in any way I can. I played it my entire childhood and into my late teens. Everton are playing better, definitely. Alan now in possession. Holgate rolls it back across to Keane. We're into the 40th minute here. Just 5 minutes plus additional time to go in the first half. 1-1. Kane opened the scoring for Spurs. And then an equaliser from Gylfi Sigurdsson from the penalty spot. And a couple of good saves from Lloris as well. Sigurdsson again rolls the ball into Richarlison. Richarlison strike, takes a deflection, and it'll go over Lloris's crossbar. Corner to Everton right hand side. Craig, do you think Premier League is the best in the world? Yes, I do. I absolutely do. I think the Premier League, then I think La Liga, the Bundesliga after that, and then maybe the Italian League. I just can't. I don't like watching Serie A. I just find it far too dull up until the last 10 minutes. Corner here anyway. Choo-choo train formation from Everton on the penalty area. Signal given. Ball in. Richarlison gets up and heads it, but it's straight into the arms of Hugo Lloris. I watch a lot of Spanish football, Harry. Who will win, PSG or City? I think it's a coin toss, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think it's a coin toss. Watch a little bit of the Bundesliga, mate. Not too much. Yes, we are doing watch-alongs for the Euros, Harry. 100%. We've agreed a partnership with Boyle Sports for the Euros, so we will be definitely covering the Euros. Would I swap Alisson for Lloris? Not a chance in hell. Hugo Lloris. I know Alisson makes mistakes, but Lloris makes far too many mistakes. Hugo Lloris is he can be one of the best in the world without a doubt, and he can also do ridiculously stupid things. And look, all goalkeepers will make mistakes. It comes with the territory. But no, I wouldn't. Claude, how are you, mate? Welcome in. 3 minutes to go in the first half here at Goodison Park. Throw into Spurs left hand side. What's your thoughts on Thiago's first season? A bit of a mixed bag, to be fair, Muzamil, mate. He hasn't been playing in the midfield he's been brought in to play with, but he also hasn't, whether it be through injury, through COVID, through, I don't know, getting used to the league. We haven't seen the best of him yet, but I believe we will. I think, we'll find a way of getting the best out of him in our system. I've already been asked about Thogden and Thogdad on the stream, Sakina, and said, as I always will say, very, very lovely people. Honestly, couldn't meet two more down-to-earth, nicer people. Deserve every bit of success that they have. And great to see them hit 500,000, and I hope and wish for continued success for both of them. What's your second Premier League club? Don't have one. If one was to win the Champions League, who would I rather, Chelsea or City? Chelsea. 100%. And I don't like Chelsea that much, so that must tell you how much I don't like Manchester City. What do I think of De Gea getting dropped for Henderson? Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. David De Gea should be the Manchester United number one, and I've seen nothing in Dean Henderson this season in his performances to suggest that he has earned that right to be ahead of David De Gea. I also don't agree with Solskjaer's decision to split the goalkeeping duties. I think that just is a recipe for a headache. But for me, long term, Henderson could well be the United number one, but I don't see why De Gea isn't the number one. That's my opinion. The man carried Manchester United for a lot of seasons, and yes, he's had some dips in form and stuff, but I'd still go with De Gea. Ball rolled out. Now we're into the final minute of normal time here, folks, at the end of the first half. Looks like we'll be going in at half time. Everton 1, Spurs 1. Anfield Agenda isn't a job, Harry. I don't take away from Anfield Agenda or this channel, mate. We don't make enough as a channel. Connor is. We've got to a point now where Connor can take a wage, but I don't take a wage from either, mate. I'm hoping by the end of the summer I can register it as a business and go legit. But yeah, as it is now at this moment, mate, don't take a wage, so it isn't my job. I've had loads of different jobs over the years, though, buddy. I've been a taxi driver. I've mainly worked jobs at night, to be honest with you. We've 3 minutes of additional time here. Taxi driver, I work for an online gaming company, an online poker company. I worked in customer service. I worked as a car park manager. With no college education, just a lot of normal jobs like, oh, ball all the way to the back post and Godfrey's come running in. It was a great delivery over everybody's head. Godfrey comes running in at the far post but just can't steer his header. He was definitely onside, just couldn't steer his header goalwards, and it goes over Lloris's crossbar for a goal kick. Who do you think will win the Europa League? United should win that easily. I mean, I watched the Roma game last night against Ajax, and Roma don't look great. So United should get through that tie. And Arsenal against Villarreal, again, I think it's a coin toss, but I can't see anything other than United winning the Europa League. I really can't. Will Liverpool get top four? I think it's up in the air at the minute, mate. I mean, we need to keep picking up points and hope that West Ham, Chelsea, Leicester drop points, and some of them have to play each other. So all we can do is take care of our results and hope for the best. But not being in our own hands certainly is a fairly worrying thought. James Rodriguez now, ball into the left channel to Richarlison. Richarlison cuts into the penalty area, a couple of ricochets, goes to the ground. I mean, get up, mate, come on. Get up. He's down screaming he's injured, and he may be injured, but he ain't injured from the foul because there was no foul. Cuts inside two defenders. Well, did he put his leg into Alderweireld? There was certainly contact, but I think it was Richarlison that more initiated the contact than somebody else intentionally taking him down. There was contact though, in fairness to Richarlison, which is why he's gone down, but never a penalty for me. First one from the angle I've seen, definitely, but not this one. I get that, Craig. United struggle against the low block, even with Fernandes and Pogba in the team. Yeah, but Arsenal are shy, mate. To be fair, and I think you should be able to cope with Roma. They looked exhausted in that second leg, and it's half time by the way here. The referee's just blown up, and I just can't see how Roma beat United over two legs. I can't. Now, in a once-off final, if United and Arsenal are in it, anything is possible in a once-off game. But look, my honest opinion is United should win that at a canter. What do I think about English talent moving abroad, such as a kid? There's a load of them, like Bellingham, as you said. Sancho did it beforehand. It's sort of an indictment of the opportunities available in the Premier League because of the pressures of getting Champions League football, and the pressures the managers are under, that they feel they can't give a lot of these guys the minutes of development that they need. Having to feel like they need to buy ready-made players. And you see even Foden, with the talent he had, and he is an amazing talent, how patient he had to be to get his opportunity at Manchester City. And it's paying off for him now, and he's shown that he can fill them David Silva shoes, which are big shoes to fill because he was one hell of a footballer. But yeah, I mean, I think it's brave for the young lads to back themselves, to go over to the likes of Germany or Holland or wherever it might be. And I think that the German clubs have been very clever in showing these young players the pathway through. Bellingham gone to Dortmund now, and at 17 years of age already looks like an absolute superstar. We've seen Sancho go there and leave Manchester City, and now everybody wants to have a Jadon Sancho in their team as well. So it's clever. And we've seen, there was Borussia Mönchengladbach at the time were trying to get Ryan Brewster over there as well. So I think the Bundesliga have been clever in knowing that they can show the pathway through for these younger players, and then if it works out, they sell them back to English clubs or other clubs for an astronomical profit. Would I sign Matic? No, he's way over the hill, mate. For me at Liverpool, we've already got Fabinho, so no. Callum, how are you, mate? Welcome in. Do you think Chelsea will win the Champions League? I think they'll beat Real Madrid. I honestly do. I know this sounds a bit weird, but I still think we should have beaten Real Madrid. The first leg, we shot ourselves in the foot in the first 45 minutes, and as composed and as skilled and as experienced as Real Madrid are, I don't think they're that good. So they knocked us out fair and square, by the way. I've got no sourness about that. They deserved their win, fair play to them. But I think Chelsea will beat them over two legs. And it'll make for an interesting... I'll be watching as a spectator. I'll be watching both semi-finals. Ryan, how are you, mate? Said, Craig, with the poor track record of Bundesliga strikers when they move to the Premier League or La Liga, would you be apprehensive on signing Houlden for huge money? No. He just looks legit. He really does. I don't think we will be signing him, but as in Liverpool, I mean. But if I was a City fan and he came to City, or if I was a United fan and he came to United, or if he came to Liverpool by some miracle, I'd be very, very happy with having him at the club. I think sometimes you just know when a player is an exceptional talent, and Haaland is an exceptional talent. Right, folks, at half-time, no better time to say thank you again to our sponsors, the OneFootball app. If you want to do me a favour, you can download the OneFootball app completely free from the link at the top of the chat there, and also in the description of the stream. OneFootball is simply the best football app out there, bar none. You get everything on there. You get your statistics, you get analysis, you get your fixture list, you get your transfer gossip, video content, augmented reality features, and as I always say, my favourite aspect about OneFootball, apart from the class app, is the support that they give to the football community on YouTube and the backing that they give to smaller channels like ours. So again, show the guys at OneFootball some love. Get yourself the best football app out there, and it's completely free as well. So you don't get much in life for free, especially stuff this good. So if you want to help us out, you don't have to send a super chat, anything like that. Just download that app and it will show the folks at OneFootball that we sent you over, and hopefully we can continue what has been a very good relationship so far. Carl, how are you, mate? Lovely to see you in. I hope yourself and Julie are well. By the way, Kent is Carl. I know him as Carl, so I'll always call him Carl. Love the app, to be honest, said Ehab Amory. It is a class app. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Apologies if I haven't. Yeah, it's an amazing app. And, often at times we've been approached by potential partners to work with, and we'll look at it and go, it's not right for our audience. The toughest one is always with a betting company. It's always the toughest moral call to make when we turn down a few betting companies before we partnered up with Boyle Sports. And we partnered up with Boyle Sports because of their genuine ethical stance on certain things. And, people won't believe me when I say that, and that's your belief. But I can promise you from talking to them and having worked with them, I believe every word that they say. So that was an easy decision. When we spoke to Boyle and Anfield Agenda, we knew it was a good fit. Some companies, we could have made a lot more money over the last year, particularly. Actually, since the Villa clip, a lot more money. But we didn't think it was right to bring to our audience. But when you get somebody like One Football who comes to you and says, we'd like to work with you guys, would you be up for it? It is the easiest thing in the world to pitch. Anything that you believe in, anything that you use yourself, and anything that you can stand over from an ethical point of view, it's such an easy sell. And to sell for me what is, I say sell, but pitch what is the best football app out there, pretty straightforward. For me, it's an easy thing to do. To everyone that is in the chat watching, lovely to have you with us. Thank you for being here. I hope you're enjoying the stream. If you are, please do take a second and hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well. Champions League, Man City versus Chelsea, Europa League, Arsenal versus United. I think the Chelsea one I would agree with, the United one I'd agree with. I genuinely think that the Arsenal, Villarreal and Man City PSG ties are a toss of a coin. They could go either way, which makes them really interesting. What other sports do you like? Boxing and darts. They're the other two, but boxing mainly. Messi or Ronaldo? Messi's the greatest player of our generation, and Ronaldo is second. But I don't even understand the debate. I really don't. To me, that there's a bit of a distance between them of inability. I look at it this way, and again, this is just one man's opinion, so feel free to have a different one. But I see Cristiano Ronaldo, and I see somebody who hasn't got the God-given talent that Lionel Messi has, but somebody who has worked his ass off and got every bit of potential out of himself that he could possibly get. Worked harder than anybody else, stayed after training, wanted to be the best they could be and lived it and deserves admiration and respect for it. But in Messi, it's different. It's like it's in his DNA, if you get me. It's like he's put on this planet to play football, and it's just a joy to watch. And you look at Lionel Messi's, earlier stages of his career or the mid stages of his career. I loved his attitude as well. He got the shit kicked out of him in games and just kept getting back up. And obviously, as he slowed down a bit and he's reinvented himself a bit, he doesn't get up as quickly or as easily these days from the amount of tackles that he gets against them. But honestly, Messi to me is just sensational. It's been a privilege to be able to watch both play the sport, to be honest. But yeah, Messi for me is clear. Thank you, Sid. Said you subscribe to Anfield and Mundo. Appreciate that. If Man United wins the Europa League, can we go to the Champions League if we're fifth? No. So the way it happens is this. It would take Manchester United to finish... Okay, the only perfect storm that sees either of these things happen is if United were to finish outside the top four and win the Europa League, then they would take that fifth spot. Or if Chelsea wins the Champions League and Arsenal win the Europa League and Chelsea finish outside the top four, then fourth place won't get a spot. It has to be a perfect storm for fourth spot to miss out. But what you're asking about there was, if we finish fifth, if United win it? No. If United win the Europa League, their league position will take precedent, which means they'll get Champions League based on that. What else have we got? Neymar is more gifted than Ronaldo. Yeah, see, Neymar to me is an example of what could have been. Like, he's still a great player. He's still an immensely talented footballer. But if he had Cristiano Ronaldo's determination, work ethic, I think you would have yourself a potential Messi-esque style player. That's why I get so annoyed when I watch Neymar, because if we can put aside the theatrics, his sister's birthdays and a few other stupid things that he does, He's got the ability, but he just doesn't have the same bloody mindedness or determination that Ronaldo has. If City win the quadruple, I'm done, said Bensk. Yeah, it'll be a tough pill to swallow, actually, to be fair, if they win the Champions League. Craig, the dubs the Sam again this year. Love the content you and Connor make. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Deserve every good thing that happens to you both. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. And yeah, of course the dubs are going to do it, mate. Or they're I'm not the biggest GAA follower or fan, mate, but I played it through school, primary and secondary, and I can't see anyone's. Only Dublin can stop Dublin, I think, at this point. Again. What have we got? Brian said the PSG Neymar move caused so many problems, inflated the market to a stupid level. Yeah, and look, it's funny, and this could be me being wrong, Brian, but my opinion is that was a massive fuck you to Barcelona for the way they celebrated and the way PSG felt that they were disrespected in that magical comeback Barcelona had against them in the Champions League. I felt like none of us in the world ever thought that a €250 million or whatever it was buyout clause was ever going to be triggered. And the fact that PSG just went in and just took what they wanted from Barcelona, I think it came from that feeling of disrespect and just like, well, watch this. You put that on it because you thought it's a buyout clause nobody would trigger. The money's in the bank now. Give us the player. And that definitely changed the football landscape. Do you think there should be a world football wage cap? No, I don't. Sorry, this is a simple answer, but no, I don't. What would happen if Liverpool, Spurs, Man City, Man United get top four, with Chelsea win the Champions League and Arsenal win the Europa League? What would happen if Liverpool, Spurs, Man City, United get top four, Chelsea win the Champions League and Arsenal win the Europa League? So you can have 5 English clubs in the Champions League. So what would happen there is the 4th place team in the Premier League wouldn't get the Champions League spot. Chelsea and Arsenal would, and then the top 3 in the Premier League would, Mr. J. So that would be the perfect storm we spoke about there, where the 4th place misses out. Neymar has always struggled to finish. This and his ego drop him a tier below Messi and Ronaldo. That and his attitude as well, mate. What have we got? Manix SJ said, has any Liverpool player in your opinion been a flop in the last 2 to 3 seasons? Do you think VVD is the only reason for some poor results? No, I don't think it's the only reason. And do I think they've been a flop? I don't like to use the word flop, but disappointment. Yes, Keita has disappointed many Liverpool fans, and I'm sure the recruitment team. Origi hasn't pushed on. That's disappointed me. But other than that, not really too many I can think of. I'm just trying to think back to the team. No, I think other than that I'd be fairly happy. Some moves I wouldn't have agreed with, but I think were worth doing, like the Minamino one and the Shaqiri one. You were unsure about them, but you were confident that the price point paid was fair and you could get your money back, worst case scenario. But no, I think there's not just Van Dijk. I think it's a mixture of fatigue. It's a mixture of no fans inside the stadium. Some injuries, of course, as well. But yeah, I wouldn't just say it's Van Dijk. Should be a cap on greedy agents. Oh, 100% agree with you. Absolutely, 1,000,000% agree with you. The amount of money being taken out of football by those greedy, leeching bastards does my head in. When I hear of a transfer of a player and then I hear of their agent getting 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 13 million. It's disgusting. And who's paying for it? You and me and all the other football fans around the world. We're paying for the likes of Mino Raiola to be out there robbing a living. And I don't care if he does the best for his players, and I don't give a shit if his players think he's the best agent in the world. He's not just him, but him and so many other top agents are taking a shit ton of money out of the sport, and it does my head in when the sport's already ridiculously expensive and difficult to support a team, buy shirts and all that stuff. Nah, agents, and I'm sure that there are agents that do very good work for much smaller sums of money, and I don't want to put all agents in one basket, but yeah, they definitely need a fucking smaller slice of the pie. Show me another league or another sport where the players don't pay their agents, where clubs have to pay these fools money. I know agents get paid by the players, but I don't know of another sport where agents get paid for players moving between two teams. I don't know of a club. Like in American football, I know for a fact that you don't see, let's say, the Patriots paying an agent money. The player pays his agent money, and that's how it should be. Oh, sorry, I thought we were on the way, but they were just warming up there. We're about to get underway in the second half. And it does my head in, mate. It does. I hate money being taken out of the sport like that. Anyway, we are back underway in the second half. James Rodriguez has it now. Plays it out right hand side to Iwobi. Everton playing from left to right here in the second half. Do you think football will keep getting more and more expensive? Yeah, unfortunately I do, mate. And it's difficult, isn't it? Because it leads to more fan fume with each other. So let's look at it from a Liverpool perspective, because I feel like I can speak with some sense on the Liverpool side of it. So, you know, there's a struggle for tickets. Season tickets they're not London season ticket prices, but they're still expensive. And you know, local fans often feel like they're being priced out of games by people coming in who are willing to pay over the odds for tickets because they might only go to 1 or 2 games a season or whatever. And I think that the high cost of tickets and the lack of availability of tickets sometimes pits fans against each other, which nobody wants. So, yeah, it is definitely not a working man's game anymore. And, you know, when you've got 2-3 kits a season, training kits, you know, more expensive travel home and away if you're a fan, tougher to get tickets. It's a very difficult situation, and I hate seeing football fans turning on each other over stuff. Right, ball's back anyway with Jordan Pickford. He rolls it out to Michael Keane. Dino said, love the watch-alongs with you, much better than the television commentators. Keep it going. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate the super chat. Very kind of you. Ball down the line with Richarlison has it now on that right channel. Everton double up on him. Ball ricochets back though. Now it's James Rodriguez. Plays it across to Gylfi Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson, Davies available to his left, gives it to him. Now it's out to Lucas Digne. Aurier comes across. They try a little 1-2 around the corner, but Serge Aurier gets there first. Tries to jockey it, is what we called, you know, blocking the player. But wasn't quite able to do it and had to put it out behind for a corner to Everton. Does Ollie deserve a new contract in your opinion? He's progressed United, so in that sense, yes, I suppose. Not really for me to say, but he's certainly got United moving in the right direction. James Rodriguez with the corner, goes back behind. Referee's giving another corner. I mean, I'll leave that to United fans to make that decision, but I mean, he hasn't gone backwards. Do you use pounds or euros in Ireland? Euros. We used to use punts, which was pounds, until we joined the European Union. They changed over. Oh, Richarlison with a header there. It's gone over the bar. Couldn't quite keep it down from the corner. Who's your favourite Liverpool player of all time? Fowler. Craig, can you give us your honest opinion on Mo Salah, and do you think he's a Premier icon? Well, yes. What really pisses me off is people try and put that fraud Eden Hazard up there ahead of Mohamed Salah when Mo has pissed all over Hazard's numbers every season. Just destroyed his numbers. And yet, he's been held up as this player who's, you know, infinitely better than Mohamed Salah. Well, I'm sorry, but the numbers just make a mockery of that. Whether he's a Premier League icon or not isn't for me to say, but he's certainly a Liverpool one. And I get really wound up when people try to say that he's nowhere near as good as Hazard. Hazard can ask my hole, as far as I'm concerned. Shows up for pre-season out of weight, gets his dream move to his dream club, shows up overweight, constantly moans. Not for me. I just never. He's on his day, he's amazing, but that day isn't often enough. Kane, reverse ball to Dyer. Dyer chips it to the back post. Well defended by Digne and is put behind for Spurs corner this time. I predicted, and again, I did a video with 888 Sport. It's out there for the public. Go watch it. I predicted that for Chelsea to really push on, they needed to get rid of Hazard. I said that 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now, and I was laughed at. Look what's happening since they've got rid of Hazard. They've started to rebuild. They've taken some of them powerful, moany voices out of the dressing room and taken some of the players' power away, back with the manager, and now they're in the Champions League semi-final again, and looks like they're going to be mounting a Premier League title challenge. My clock isn't behind. My clock's absolutely spot on. You do realise that there is a gap between YouTube processing the video and putting it out, mate, don't you? Like, you don't realise this isn't absolutely 100% live. My clock is absolutely in tandem with the TV. Yes, I do, boss man. I think Mourinho's time in the Premier League should come to an end, and I can't see who else is going to give him a job in the Premier League. Maybe he's more suited to the Portuguese national job or moving back to Italy or Spain, but yeah, I mean, who's going to give him a job in England again? Dyer now into the channel to Reguilon. Outside the foot pass to Kane. Kane to Son in the left channel now. Son drives into the penalty area. Left hand side goes past Michael Keane. Tries to finish. Good save by Pickford. I mean, he went past Michael Keane far too easy there. Was he offside though? Is that what they're bringing it back for? Son, he goes past Keane way too easily. So, that's shocking. And then gets a strike away. It's saved. It's well saved by Pickford, to be fair, and it goes behind for a corner. 1 second, Benny. I'll answer you in 1 sec, mate. Corner in now from Son. It's flicked on, it's bouncing around, and it's eventually hooked away by Gylfi Sigurdsson. What's your opinion on Michael Owen from a United fan? When he broke through at Liverpool and for England, one of the most natural, pacey goal scorers you'll ever see. Just a phenomenal talent. And of course it left a bitter taste in the mouth. More so the fact he signed for United than the fact he went to Real Madrid. And then the Newcastle thing as well. But, you know, every person will have their own opinion on Michael Owen. And I won't remember him all that fondly, if I'm being honest with you. I absolutely 100% am not at all behind. I have the game on Sky Sports. The clock says 52:33, as does mine, right at the same time. So I'm not behind. At least if I am, it's not with my television or Sky. But feel free to fuck off if it's annoying anybody. Alan now. Don't think people understand that stuff with YouTube has to go through YouTube, and there's about a 10-second delay before it gets to the world. And that's with the best of internets. Iwobi. I love the smart arses. Well, actually, you are behind. Well, actually, kiss my ass. I don't care. I'm not behind, and feel free, as I said, to go elsewhere. Do I like spice bags? No, I'm such a plain eater, mate. My daughter and my wife love them, but God no, I can't eat anything spicy. I'm a complete pussy when it comes to spicy food. Craig, prove you downloaded the One Football app. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? I have to prove nothing to you, you absolute little clown. Honest to God, this state of you. Who do you think you're talking to, you little clown? Now, if somebody asked me nicely, I'd happily show them the app on my phone, but not a little muppet that comes in thinks he's deserving of something. Where did you get that sense of entitlement from, you absolute dope? Hope to God your parents discipline you eventually, mate, because Jesus Christ, if you were my child, my God, and spoke to somebody with that attitude, prove it. Whoopings would be introduced. There wouldn't be enough wooden spoons. Craig, do you have the One Football app? I do, Dylan, as a matter of fact, mate. Yes, I'll happily show you the One Football app on my phone right there now. Once I go through my phone. See, it's kind of see-through, but you can see the One Football app there on my phone. I'll open it up for you. See, One Football right there on my phone, right there now. Now, obviously, the yellow is green screen, but see, there you go. Harry Kane video, One Football app. Jesus Christ. I don't know where people get their attitudes from, honest to God. Ten minutes to go. Gone, I should say. Get cop on Houlden. 10 minutes gone. Harry Kane spins inside now. Oh, that is a nice ball. Ndombele. Deflection. Oh, had Jordan Pickford backpedaling. Goes behind for a corner. And Ndombele has a strike. Nice ball rolled into him by Harry Kane. Does well. He turns Allen in midfield. Kane runs at the heart of that Everton defence. Rolls a lovely pass into Ndombele. He takes a couple of touches. It comes off Lucas Digne. Goes over the bar, but I had Jordan Pickford backpedaling there. And it'll be a corner to Spurs. Killian, mate, you've nothing to apologise for. I'm a wind-up merchant, mate. Don't take anything I say to heart, mate. It's all just a bit of banter. Oh! Close. Alderweireld gets his head on the end of that there. Corner came in. Alderweireld. Oh, hits the outside of the post. Yeah, Killian, I'm only messing with you, mate. Don't be silly. It's nothing to apologise for, pal. It's only a bit of fun. How did I become a Liverpool fan? It definitely wasn't through family or friends, mate, because I'm an only child and my dad wasn't that much into football. So it was myself that just found my way to support Liverpool. I've explained this before. It was the 2-0 Arsenal loss that won Arsenal the First Division title that actually was the game that made me end up supporting Liverpool, funnily enough. Yeah, very impressed on by Kelleher this season. Shame he was injured for the international break. He probably would have got the games for Ireland. Ball back with Pickford now. Craig, which team in England do you support besides Liverpool? Nobody. I think I answered that one earlier on, mate. Nobody. It's Liverpool. If Liverpool didn't exist, I'd probably say I'd probably end up being a Newcastle fan. Thank you, Alan Gear. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And Lewis Connor as well. Thank you to everybody for the kind words. And again, my mate earlier on. Where's this young lad's name? Whose name was it? Where's he gone? Where's the little Killian? Killian, mate, don't take that seriously, buddy. It's all good. It's all just a bit of fun, mate. Still no movement here, folks. It's still 1-1 as we approach the hour mark. Do I have a place in my heart for Barcelona? Absolutely, mate. A big place in my heart for Barcelona. I've said this a few times. It's the first football shirt I ever owned was a Barcelona shirt. I used to go on holidays to Mallorca with my family all the time. It's the only place my dad would go to. And he bought me one of those moody fake Barcelona shirts when I was about 6. So Barcelona were definitely the first club I was aware of, really. And have always had a fondness for them. Like, it doesn't go near my love for Liverpool, but I will certainly... They're the next club that I look for the results, and the only other shirts I'd really be buying. I've got some MLS shirts and stuff, but I've got the Barca shirt upstairs, and Um, I'm certainly what I class as a Barca fan, but certainly nowhere near. Like, when you see my response when Liverpool battered them, like, I'm a Liverpool fan, but yeah, Barca would be the only other team in world football I'd really pay any attention to. Like the beard, Craig, have you seen that Pogba interview? Do you think he was out of line or justified? And there's a 2-1. But the offside flag's up. Richarlison sticks the ball in the net, but the offside flag is up against them. I'll get back to your comment on Blue Dabba Dabba in a second. Let's have a look. Yeah, definitely offside. Great call from the assistant. It should take 2 seconds for VAR to look at this. Good finish by Richarlison, but he was offside. I didn't actually see Pogba's interview. No, mate, I haven't. What did he say, if you don't mind me asking? Give us a quick summary of what he said. Are you any closer to moving to the USA? Nah, man. If anything, I've gone further away from it. Seamus Coleman coming on now to replace Iwobi for Everton. Coleman takes the captain's armband. No, mate, no. It's the plan is to try and turn Anfield Agenda into a business eventually. Maybe try and buy the house and the council house I'm living in, and then reassess after that. What jumper is that? It's an Air Jordan one. I've got it in this camo one, and I've got a black one as well. He slagged off Jose. Oh, I did see that comment. He said Ole looks after the players or something like that, and Jose didn't. Something along those lines. Yes. He's perfectly entitled to speak his mind. And yeah, I mean, if that's his opinion, then I've no problem with him saying it. He was basically backing up his current manager anyway, so I don't think United would have a problem with it. Ball across from Everton. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! I mean, look, Coleman is only on the pitch a moment, and he's just played a pinpoint ball into Gylfi Sigurdsson, who, let's take nothing away from the finish here from Gylfi Sigurdsson, opens up his body, left foot, straight in past Lloris, and that's quality. It is. That is a quality goal. Ball headed out by Davies. Coleman, first touch, sets him away. It's exquisite. Little 1-2. Then he plays the ball in. Gylfi Sigurdsson, slight little pause, opens up his body, side of his left foot. It's a beautiful control finish. I tell you what, that's a quality goal. I know I'm inbuilt hatred for Everton and all, but I call it as I see it, and that is a quality goal. Great play down the right hand side. Beautiful cross from Seamus Coleman, who's just on the pitch, and a lovely tidy finish from Gylfi Sigurdsson. And they've turned it around from going 1-0 down. The home side are now 2-1 up. You can almost hear the keyboard of Harry Kane's agent getting that transfer request ready. What's ready? Ready for Daniel Levy now, because this will be the end of any chance the Spurs have a top four. And yeah, looks like Shithouse FC are getting overturned here by Everton. And now he prepares a bit of attacking talent as he gets Lucas Moura and Lo Celso. This is what pisses me off about Mourinho. He is so boringly minded that he leaves players like Lamela and Lo Celso on the bench and goes in with this bullshit setup of 5 at the back when it's time to shit or get off the pot for a Champions League spot. And now look, he's emptying the bench, trying to bring on the attacking players to chase the game. He'd drive me mad if I had to watch his football. City fan, but oddly cheering for Hammers to make top 4, said Ryan. Always a pleasure to see you in, Ryan, mate. Obviously, I want Liverpool to make top 4, but if we don't make top 4, I'll be gutted. But if West Ham make it, what an achievement from them. I mean, you just have to say well played and fair play, because nobody would have given them a hope. Still, just what a goal that was, though, from Everton, the second one. Honestly, as much of a rival as they are, I mean, this is a a completely unbiased channel where I try and give you my honest views, and it was a quality piece of play from Coleman, and it was a very, very good finish. Among the four left, who do you want to lift the Champions League? The Barca fan in me overrides the Real Madrid, so Chelsea. Let's say Chelsea. And I never thought I'd utter those words. Would I cry if Liverpool appointed Mourinho? Now, yes. Absolutely. Who was that? Benny Kells. As I said before, when Rafael Benitez got the Liverpool job in 2004, it was between himself and Jose Mourinho. That was the decision that Rick Parry and the Liverpool board had to make, and they chose to go with Rafael Benitez, which I think was the right choice. And Mourinho's, I think he's always had a little chip on his shoulder about that. What was your first Liverpool jersey? The same year as yours, but it was the grey away one, Glenn. The grey away flecky one. That was my first shirt. I never forget, my dad bought it for me in Sligo. We were up in Sligo the weekend of my birthday, and Dad bought me to a sports shop and let me pick, and that's the one I went for. Would I take Harry Kane at Liverpool? I mean, look, I think any side would welcome a striker of Harry Kane's ability in there, but I'd rather somebody else because of the way we play. But yeah, look, Harry Kane would be an excellent striker for any team. What do I think of Juve? I don't know what you mean by what do I think of them. It looks like they're going to try to get rid of Ronaldo this summer. Looks like Inter are going to stop them winning 10 in a row. And I'd always be more of an AC Milan person when it came to Italian football. Mourinho will never come to Liverpool Elevator Kid, mate. You don't have to worry about that. Craig, do you think it was the right choice to open schools in Ireland during COVID? I can only give you my personal opinion as a father. It scares the shit out of me having my kids in school with no vaccinations, and they're almost like treating kids and teachers as guinea pigs, I feel. I also understand that there's another side to this, which is to try and get parents back to work and get the economy moving. But as a parent of one child in secondary, one child in primary, it frightens the shit out of me that my two kids are in school, and I'd be an at-risk category for COVID with regards to my weight and my asthma and a few other things, and I've done everything I can to prevent that, as has my wife and my kids. And yeah, it does worry me having them in school, I won't lie. "22 minutes to go, quarter of the game to go here at Goodison, and as things stand, Everton, oh, Kane, 2-2. There you go. I was about to say, as things stand, Everton are moving towards the points, but again, Michael Keane makes a mess there in his own 18-yard box, and Holgate with a cross. It drops to Harry Kane, and Harry Kane does what Harry Kane does, which is put the ball in the back of the net and worry about everything else later. And this occasion did exactly the same. Ball came in from that right-hand channel. Oh, it's just shocking from the centre-backs. But Harry Kane doesn't care one bit. And again, don't underestimate the finish from Kane. First time, coming at him really quickly. Bang, top corner, and it's 2-2. I mean, the defence was shambolic from Keane and Holgate, but Harry Kane, again, just showing why he is such a quality centre forward. Just bang. Great finish again. We've been treated to some very good goals in this game. And Harry Kane just got a second there to make it 2-2. It just shows that the lad's finishing instincts, doesn't it? He's had not much in the game. 2 sniffs that he's had. Bang, bang, goal, goal. Did you see when Goldbridge said about what Ty listens to in his headphones? No, I haven't seen it. Free kick here to Everton anyway. We're into the last 20 now. Game in the balance, 2-2. Free kick to Everton, right hand side. I've grown into enjoying this match a bit. It started off a bit meh, but as Brian said and we were saying earlier on, it has the feel of could be a 3-3 or at in this one, and there's 20 to go. And again, you're asking yourself why Mourinho didn't get his players off the bench and start with more of an attacking side. Ball in, come claimed by Lloris. Sorry, I've just a message Connor here. Sissoko now, centre of the pitch to Harry Kane. Kane, if I'm right now, moves 2 goals clear of Mohamed Salah at the top of the goal scoring charts. James Rodriguez, ball down the line, but it's intercepted by Spurs. Sissoko, centre of the pitch now. Højbjerg. What would I do if Arsenal appoint Mourinho? Just laugh at the meltdown that will eventually come from Arsenal fans, probably. Son now, strike. It's blocked. It's headed away. Son has it back though. He gives it to Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura ball in. Kane flicks it. He's rattled it. He hit the outside of the post, or has Pickford got a hand on that? Either way, again, half chance for Kane, and he's turning these into good opportunities. Let's have a look here. Ball in. He flicks it. Does it clip the outside of the post, or did Pickford get a hand on it? Might see better from this angle. Ball in for Lucas Moura. Harry Kane flicks it. It clips the outside of the post. Oh, not too far away there from a hat-trick for Kane. Again, David, mate, I spoke about all of that on tonight's Anfield Agenda stream, buddy, earlier on. Who do you think will win Oil Classico? I like what you did there, mate. I think it's a toss-up. Honestly, I think it's a 50-50. If I had to push either side, I'd probably edge towards PSG a little bit. But it is a toss-up. I mean, both sides, you can make an argument for getting through there. Ball back with Lloris again. He puts his left boot through it. 18 minutes to go here, folks. At Goodison Park, 2-2. Spurs went 1-0 up with a very good Kane goal. Then Everton equalised from the penalty spot with Gylfi Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson scored a second, which was a really well worked, well executed goal by Everton. And then Harry Kane again with another half chance after a mix up from the Everton centre backs, buried it to make it 2-2. And it's been it's all to play for here with 17 minutes to go. Goal kick. What are we thinking, folks? 17 to go. Give us a prediction here. Is there going to be a winner, or are we going to see this end in a draw? Draw, said Glenn. 5-4, said Sakina. That'd be nice. Just Abdul said 3-2 to his words, Everton. 4-3 to Spurs, said clown emoji face man, which I don't know what to call you, mate, other than that. Praying Everton win, said Christian. Or Christine, I'm not sure which one that is. Excuse me if I got that wrong. Menulex gone 3-2 Everton. Ethan Spencer saying 3-2 Spurs. Kane last minute winner. Draw for Owen. Pezovenk going, I needed Spurs to win 3-2. Cave said draw or late winner for either team. 3-3 for Mr. J. 2-2. Tyler's gone 3-2 prediction. Everton's what he said at the start. Vinny is agreeing. 4-3 Everton, said the fart whisperer. That's a great name. My farts definitely don't whisper, mate. They roar loud and proud, as my wife will attest to. I mean, 15 minutes left and there's been a 4-3 prediction. I think that's a little bit optimistic, but even the 3-3s are optimistic. I think maybe we've got one goal left in this game, but 4 goals, we can't argue with it. I mean, it could have been a lot more boring. Thought at the start we could have been in for a 0-0 bore fest, but where was I when Liverpool won against AC Milan? There is where I was, mate. As I was when we lost against AC Milan in Athens, mate. I was there. It's not the Oil Classico, it's the Abu Dhabi. Look, I'm good to see a City fan being able to take the piss there, mate. Well played. Kane. And thank you for the super chat again, Ryan. You're very kind. Ball back with Pickford. Puts his left boot through it. Launches it long. 15 minutes to go here at Goodison Park. Ball across now. Alderweireld. The Højbjerg. Højbjerg through the lines. Strike over the bar. Lamela had an opportunity. It opened up in front of him. Took it onto his left foot. Tried to pick out the top corner, but it went a couple of yards over the bar. Philip Miel Mucker, how are you, sir? Said, hey Craig, thanks for this great year and a half of keeping me sane during the pandemic. Do you have a super early prediction for next season? Yeah, I think I said at the start of the stream, Philip, that and by the way, no need to thank me, mate. It's been a pleasure, and as I said before, you guys have helped me just as much as maybe we've helped others, but thank you for that. Yeah, I think it'll be Chelsea, City, Liverpool, and depending on what United do this summer, I think it'll be those clubs challenge. I think it'll be a very interesting title race next season. My top 5 Arnold Schwarzenegger films. I don't know if I've watched 5 Arnold Schwarzenegger films, to be honest with you. I recorded the prediction for the Leeds game earlier on, mate. I spoke with Leon, did my score prediction and my predicted 11, and I sent it to Connor, so he's going to edit it, and I'm not sure if it's going up tomorrow or if it's going up on Sunday. Doug, how are you? Welcome in, mate. Nice to see you. Somebody triple Captain Kane. Nice move, that one. Needing a diet card for £90. Can I get that translated into something that I can understand? Again, I don't know if it's a fat joke, but whatever it is, I can't understand it. Lethal Weapon or Die Hard? I'm not arsed with either of them, mate. I have very specific taste when it comes... No, I've seen both, but neither would be up there with my favourite films. Yeah, not my type of thing. I'm more of a comedy or documentary type person. He's Basuma to Liverpool, mate, not United. Don't be stopping Ehab. It's Liverpool that we'd want that. Look, he's a player that I think will move this summer. I don't know where he'll go. He might go to United, but I think he will. I think Brighton will have a lot of attention for Basuma because he's a quality footballer. Subscribe, says Jordan Griffins. Yes, mate. Well, in look at that, 18,400, you legends. This is why I love you, lads. Thank you. We're only 1,600 away now from getting to 20k. And the channel's only been going since December. Unbelievable. And it's because of your amazing support, guys. So thank you again. Everett now on the overlap, right hand side. Ball pulled in. Richarlison waits too long. And then the Everton player comes, or excuse me, the Spurs player comes in, gets a foot on it. They've cleared it long. And Michael Keane heads it back to Jordan Pickford. If you like documentaries, watch The Terror. It's a masterpiece. I haven't even heard of it, to be honest with you. Do I like horror movies? No, I don't. Not from a fear perspective, Ratton. Just again, not my type of genre. I just look at these things and go, that's not going to happen. That's unbelievable. It's part of, I think, my Asperger's. Kane, ricochet, and eventually it goes through to Pickford. You can't be giving Kane that space in the box. Some films, like sci-fi films, horror films, all these type of films, I look at them and go, that's not realistic, that could never happen. And my brain just won't allow me to make believe, if you get me. Oh, there was a late challenge there on James Rodriguez as well in the build-up, actually. Surprised the play wasn't brought back for a foul there, because he did look like he was fouled, to be honest, before the Harry Kane opportunity here that ended up in Pickford's hands. But I can see where the Everton players are annoyed, because that looked like a late challenge on James Rodriguez. Again, another clown trying to come in. Right, I'm going to read out. Don't kick this lad out yet till I absolutely bitch slap him. No, what you've tried to say, mate, in normal relative human terms, somebody who might have half a brain in their head says, no more make-believe, yet you spoke of back-to-back, or something like that. But here's what you actually wrote. No make-believe, yet spoke of back-to-back, spelling back wrong. So, not only could you not spell a 4-letter word, you absolute cabbage, you tried to have a pop at me as well, while showing the entire world that you are indeed an Omadon of the highest calibre. And if you don't know what Omadon means, mate, it's Irish for idiot. So, again, mate, if you're going to come in, Idris, and have a little pop, fella, learn to spell. I so feel sympathy for your parents, mate, honestly. Because they sent you to school every day. Little old Idris wandering in with the school bag over his shoulder, a little todger in his hand, wandering around the classroom, walking in, going, hi, mate! Did you have a good night? Yes, I did last night, mate. Yes, I was on. Yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, you can't spell the word back, mate. You went all capital letters and all, giving a Billy Big Bollocks, making sure that your comment was seen. But yeah, again, you're just another pathetic little bitch who can't spell a 4-letter word. Sincere condolences, mate. I hope someday you go and get yourself an education, honestly. Because it's more important. Spend your time learning to construct a sentence, mate, rather than coming in and giving a Billy Big Bollocks when you only just make an entire show of your family, mate. I'm mortified for you, honestly. And I'm supposed to take those opinions seriously? My God. I love a good troll. And we've seen plenty of great trolls, but mate, you ain't it. You just ain't it. Son, inside now to Lamella. Ricochets through and goes to Pickford. Oh, Charleston there plays the ball off road and it'll go for an Everton corner. 8 minutes to go. I love the channel. Where did you get the hoodie from? Looks really good. Just from the Nike website, mate. Every time there's a sale on or 20% off or something, I jump in and try and grab some more Air Jordan stuff, whether it be shoes or hoodies and stuff. No problem, thank you very much. You're a legend from a United fan. Thank you, mate. Ever been to Galway? Yes, I think. I keep getting confused. I think we went there briefly, but I've never stayed there for a prolonged period. Ball into the box. It's clear, drops at the edge of the box. Spurs hook it away. Son now on the counter attack. Good defender by Lucas Digne. Steps across and puts it out for a throw in. Do I follow the League of Ireland? No, not really. To be honest with you, mate, no. Grew up close to the Carlisle grounds where Bray Wanderers play. Played in a couple of cup finals there when I was 8 years of age, but no, not really. Yes, been to Belfast a lot, Dylan. Love it up there, mate. Always stay down in the Duke's at Queen's is the hotel that we always stay in when we're in Belfast, down near the Queen's University. I love Belfast. It's myself and my wife's favourite weekend away destination. Children are good, thank you, mate. Very good. Strike. Ooh. Coleman it was, wound up for a strike, but pulled it way wide. Did I know Messi has Asperger's? No, I didn't. Genuinely didn't. When did you decide to go bald? I'm not trying to offend my dad is bald. No, no problem, mate. One sec. Let me just... There's an attack here. Oh, good save by Larry. Second ball, Richarlison. Oh! Everton on the attack. There was a strike, not sure who it was from, but it was saved by Lloris, and it ricocheted back out. It was actually from King, and it ricocheted back out to Richarlison, who was running onto it. And you're thinking this is it, he's going to bury it, but he blazes a high over Lloris's crossbar, and Everton survive a scare. So when they're inside the goal ball, where's that question gone? It's actually my missus. My missus thinks that I actually have a full head of hair. Now there could be some thinning maybe at the back, but I genuinely do have a full head of hair. But my missus thinks I have teddy bear hair, and she thinks I look scruffy with hair. So I think it was about 11 years ago, maybe a bit longer. So I was fairly young, like, when I started to shave my head bald. Matthew Collins says he has autism. I have a 9-year-old autistic son, Matthew. So I hope that you're doing well. Ever been to Dublin Zoo? Indeed I have. My best mate actually works in Dublin Zoo. Coleman, cross, looking for King. Ball bounces. He manages to keep it in, but only as far as Lamela, who puts it out, and it'll be an Everton throw-in. What's your favourite food? After Kyo's crisps, of course, which are just the godliest thing in the world. Just pizza, mate. Pizza's my favourite food. He has a name, Matthew, so if you're saying he is scared of my original comment, he isn't scared of anything any little wannabe writes in the chat, mate. Trust me. I didn't grow up in Bray, mate. I grew up in Shankill. Alex. Although I did say I played in the Carlisle ground, so maybe you assume that's why. No, I grew up in Shankill, mate. Nope, never been to Scotland. Somebody wanting them to bring Bale on. I don't like Indian food, mate. No, I'm real boring. I like plain food. I'd love to test your jaw. Very good, Matthias, mate. Well done. Fortunately for you, mate, you probably never get a chance to. And if you did, you'd want to fucking knock me out, mate. Because if I get back up, you're fucked. It's as simple as that. So, mate, how do I put this? Fuck off. Simple as that. Learn to spell jaw as well, mate. There's no 7 at the end of the word jaw, and you couldn't test my nuts, mate, let alone my jaw. Little bitches, honestly. Anyway, back to insignificance with you, little bitch boy. Ball in. Cleared away. Again, Everton pushing for a winner here, and Spurs looking to maybe counter. Kane has it now. He's fouled. It'll be a free to Spurs right hand side. Why do I read or address the hate comments? Because I find some of them funny, mate. And I like to have a bit of banter and get stuff off my chest as well. I try and get a mixture. Sometimes I genuinely don't know it's a hate comment till I'm halfway through reading it out, though, to be fair. I just pick comments at random. I guarantee you that little bitch, oh, I'd love to test your jaw. You'd be the first one asking me for a fucking photo, you little twat. Let's be honest about it. All the Billy Big Bollockses who threaten people, they're always the first one to, can I have a photo? I'm a big fan of what you do. Honestly, mate, just grow up here. And speaking about testing jaws, insert your mother joke in there. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Ball out left side, Dina. Of course you can kiss my forehead, mate. No problem. When COVID's over, have at it. You're so much better than Expressions. Happy you found your channel. I'm so much better than everybody, mate. But again, Expressions is a good lad. Mark's a good lad. But welcome to the King's Gaff. I'm only joking, mate. Phil, nice to have you, mate. Ball in. There's a lot of good people making a lot of great content, mate. And I'm glad anyone tunes in to watch what we do. It is a nice forehead. I've got a unicorn hair though that nobody can see, that my wife loves to point out to me. There's a hair that just grows out of the middle of my forehead. 89 minutes gone here at Goodison. It's looking like we're headed for a stalemate, but I said that earlier on, that Everton were looking like they were going to win it, and Harry Kane banged in an equaliser. So, time for me to keep it quiet. Hey, Mundo Spectacular is in. How are we, De Niro? Nice to see you, mate. Coleman now. Referee says there was a foul, though. It'll be a free kick to Spurs. Looks like it's a stalemate here, which, again, would probably end both teams' Champions League ambitions. Them way there, Ricky. Hey, look. I filmed with expressions, and he's a nice lad. Very, like myself, a very passionate fella. Craig, I think you're on Mark Aldridge's level. Again, that's very kind of you, mate. But I'm not. Not with regards to numbers or anything. Mark is Mark's the standard bearer for me in this industry, and especially with the green screen stuff. And a good friend of mine, and somebody who I said has mentored me a lot. So, but we're different people. But again, very kind of you. Craig is rattled. Don't get rattled, mate. It takes a lot more than a little bitch putting in comments on YouTube to rattle me, mate. Well, you've had lads sitting on your front wall with a shotgun, some little bitch in the chat called Ma, whose ma probably isn't even old enough to... Well, I don't want to go at your ma, mate. That's not fair, but it takes a lot more than that to rattle me, mate, honestly. Corner. 1 minute of the 3 added on. Gone. Ball in from from Rodriguez, excuse me. Oh, it comes off Godfrey then and goes behind. And it looks like this one's moving towards a draw. But look, before we do get into the last couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you again to our sponsors, the OneFootball app, without whom we wouldn't be here doing what we're doing. If you want to do me any little favour after hitting that subscribe button, make sure you download the OneFootball app. There's a link pinned to the top of the chat and in the description of the stream. OneFootball are the best football app out there ever, bar none, and it's completely free. If you use our link, it just lets them know that we sent you. And again, thank you so much to the guys at the OneFootball app for allowing us to do what we do. You should go on Togden's predictions. Been there and done it, mate. Do you know what I mean, Benny? Man's been around. Yeah, I did the preview or the predictions on Togden's channel about a month ago, I think. Maybe a bit longer. And Togden and Togdad, both legends, both lovely people. You and Mark talk a lot then. We WhatsApp a bit, mate. I wouldn't say we talk a lot because Mark's a busy dude, so sometimes I just drop him a message on WhatsApp and he'll get back to me when he has a couple of minutes free. And yeah, but he's definitely been somebody that's been a great help. Who's your favourite Liverpool manager? Do you know I'm going to say Klopp? Because I was too young to really appreciate Dalglish and what was going on. And Rafa will always have a special place, but I mean, Klopp's been amazing. Klopp's given me the best years of my... do I know Expression's real name? I do, yes. I'm not sharing it because it's not my business to do so, but I do know his real name. Yeah, the years on the Klopp have been amazing. Sigurdsson now. Everton still pushing for a late winner. Rodriguez, strike! Oh, just wide. Pulled it wide and it goes behind for a goal kick. It looks like we're going to be ending with a 2-2 here. There will be probably an extra minute or so because there was a break in play. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you have enjoyed the stream, please do hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video as well. I'll be back here on Sunday doing... What game am I doing? Let me tell you real quick. Where's my... Sunday. I'm doing United Burnley on Sunday. So I'll be live from 3:45. So make sure you've got your notifications turned on. And again, look forward to seeing some of you guys there for that. And if you do enjoy it, get over to Anfield Agenda and hit that subscribe button as well, because we're so close to 90,000 subscribers, ladies and gents, that every single one means the world. It's all over here at Goodison. It's finished Everton 2, Spurs 2, in what was a pretty entertaining game, to be honest with you, and some really good goals in there as well. The goal of the game for me has to be the second goal for Everton. That build-up down the right-hand side was was sensational, and the finish from Sigurdsson was brilliant. Harry Kane got himself 2 very good goals as well, and then Sigurdsson with a penalty. Kane's going off the pitch now, shaking his head, and you wonder, is this the moment where Harry Kane decides that it's time to leave Spurs for pastures new? And you wonder if both of these sides now feel like that's the end of their potential Champions League ambitions for this season. Not for me to say. I'll leave it to you guys as always to make your own mind up. Thank you very much for being with us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video. Lots of love to the guys at One Football. And look, if we ever had any disagreements, if we had a bit of fun in the chat, that's where it ends. I don't carry things forward. I hope you guys don't as well. Banter is banter, fun is fun, but I wish all of you, even the trolls, love, happiness and a wonderful weekend. Take care.